line's got to be careful and pick it up in case it was a backward pass. It is scooped up and taken by Saran Neo all the way down for a touchdown. Now the question, backward pass or forward? At first look, I thought it was forward, but we'll come back and check it.
Hill doing the exact right thing, scoop and score.
After review, the ruling on the field is an incomplete forward pass. Second down.
Terry, pretty easy stuff there.
It is, especially when you have that big line, Mike. He throws it from behind the big line and he touches it beyond the big line. Easy, simple one.
Terry, is a play like that hard for the officials because the line judges or the down judge are right on that original line of scrimmage? So it's really hard for the official to have a straight down the line look at that play.
That's true. It's obviously very subjective for them, difficult, but this one is why we have replay.
That was a nice and easy one, too. So. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Terry. So, the break there for Green Bay. Just an incomplete pass, and it's 2nd and 10. Jordan Love, 261 yards, 2 touchdowns, but most importantly, no interceptions. Remember, he had an interception in every start this year up until last week against the Niners.
Hey, Mike, hey, no. Ray. Roll. 319, set.
Still going there. Calais Campbell with the pressure. Love resets. Tucker Kraft. Catch 6 on the night for Kraft. Punishing finish to the run.
I absolutely love the language of football. You hear a Ray, and a row, and all these art calls. And there it is, Calais Campbell, 17 years. This guy is 38 years old, still playing defensive line in the National Football League. You got to be kidding me. But again, the pocket movement by Jordan Love, eyes down the field, climbs up in there, and Kraft after the catch. We've seen it all night long. Really challenging George Kittle and a couple others for being the best run after catch guy at the tight end position in the NFL, making another big play.
Yeah, 319 or something.
1st and goal from the 9. Jacobs inside for a yard or so. We got a chance to visit with Calais Campbell, former Walter Payton Man of the Year. And we were asking the guys, what is it about Thanksgiving? What's the memory? What's your football memory when you were growing up as a kid? He said, growing up, my parents made sure I was involved in the community because we needed to help ourselves. And we passed out Thanksgiving meals and always ate dinner as a family and then watched football all day on the West Coast. It was part of that, the foundation that led to his philanthropic and charitable interest in helping the communities he's lived in. One of the reasons he proudly wears that Walter Payton Man of the Year patch, being so honored in 2019. Like you said, 38 years old, out there, still going, still playing well, too. Jacobs, nice cut inside. It'll set up 3rd and goal.
I love what Calais said when we asked him about playing defensive line when you're 38 years old, and he said, hey, I was a fan first.
Yeah.
I was a fan of football, and then I was good enough to have a chance to play in high school, college, and he said, I'm going to keep playing for as long as I can. And he said, about as strong as I used to be. I'm much smarter than I used to be, but I'm a lot slower than I used to be. This guy's still making some plays, though.
And he's playing a whole bunch of games in his career. 256th game that he plays here tonight. Miami took a timeout there, trying to preserve. Yeah, the 2 patches, the Walter Payton Man of the Year, the John Madden patch that was on all the uniforms in Detroit, Dallas, here tonight, and also that C for captain as well.
Yeah, you think about John Madden and Walter Payton being on your chest. 2 of the all-time greats right there.
Great point. Great point. 3rd and goal. Reed's got 2, come to the other side, and Wicks just shy. Ruled just shy by the down judge. Flag is down as well. That's back by the quarterback. Sean Smith in conversation with the other officials about where the ball ended up on that play, and the options will come off of that.
The ruling on the play is a runner short of the goal line, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense number 74, 15-yard penalty, the down counts. 4th down.
That's on Elton Jenkins. Well, first, let's show you the play at the goal line.
Yeah, one more time, the aggressiveness of Jordan Love kicking it out to Wicks, and looks like he's going to be just short as that left hip comes down before the goal line. And this is Jenkins at the end of the down. What Ben Dreitz used to say, give him a little business.
Give him the business.
He's giving him the business right there.
Former NFL referee back in the day, Ben Dreitz, describing some post-play action the Jets were playing. A game was at the old Meadowlands. Giving them the business.
That's the definition of the business. And Sealer and Jenkins going at each other all night long. Those kinds of things are going to happen.
So here is McManus. For his 3rd on the night. Got a 46-24. And right about in the middle of those, 33 yards out as he was trying to escape. Gary was on the inside. Kenny Clark, the one guy too, has said, I need to know where he is every snap tonight. Knew where he was on that one.
Yeah, he sure did. Kenny Clark, this guy's been around since 2016, a first-round pick out of UCLA, still getting it done, and this is the time of game the defensive linemen love. They're pinning their ears back and coming after him.
That was his first sack of the year. Achan underneath to the 34-yard line.
The only guy I'm disappointed in is Matt LaFleur. I mean, ribeye.
I
mean, come on
right?
now.
Midwest guy, you figured it would be turkey, right?
He's OP. He told us, I'm not a big turkey guy. I got to be honest with you guys.
Tua throws. Tyreek takes off. Hill to the 36-yard line. Gain of 30 for Tyreek Hill. His numbers have come up here in the second half. Now 5 catches, 71 yards.
They got to go fast, and they got to keep getting some chunks like that. That middle of the defense is still wide open.
Through the hands of Washington. And incomplete. So probably not for tonight because the Hill's too big to climb. 19 points, 3.5 to go in all likelihood. But does getting Waddle and Hill going against this defense after being shut down in the first half help them lay some bricks for the future?
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. I mean, this team has been so good on offense the last few years, and they've been such a big part of it. And they've added good pieces, Jonnu and Achan and Mostert. All these guys can play. The thing that concerns me about Miami is they're not a physical football team, and it gets exposed in games like this. So you can have all that speed. You got to find a way to give them a chance to make some of those plays.
Tua comes to Waddle in the middle. Waddle takes off. Yard shy of the first down. Keyshawn Nixon up to get him as that clock ticks inside of 3.5 here in regulation.
This game a little bit of a microcosm for Miami all season long. They dug themselves a hole in this game just like they have with their season. They're trying to dig out, but the clock is ticking.
3rd and 1 here. Tua, Jonnu Smith again, first down, and out of bounds at the 13-yard line.
And this is how Green Bay has to play defense. They got to let them have some completions underneath. Don't give them the strike. Get the clock.
Durham Smythe comes to the right side. And the tight end's in the slot. They hit 1 2-point conversion tonight and will not hit that one. The pass goes incomplete. Will come out. Dontavian Wicks, Josh Jacobs, Jaden Reed, all part of the hands team out there for Green Bay. Tucker Kraft, the leading receiver tonight as well. Sanders will go to his right, Green Bay's left. And smothered by Reed and recovered. So it'll be Green Bay ball with 3:03 to go. On a night of family and friends, these
work at it, and each of these guys was that, and they had a healthy competition among each other, and certainly were so positively influenced by Mike Shanahan, one of the all-time great coaches in the National Football League. Pretty amazing staff.
Zach Sealer, the tackle there. McDaniel's not going to use that last time out just now. It's 3rd and long coming up. You talk about that staff, the incubator with so much football intelligence and the challenge to be creative. Reminds me of the stories when I was working with John Gruden about this place right here when Gruden and Mariucci would try to challenge each other. Who's going to get a play that Andy Reid or Mike Holmgren would rubber stamp and get in the game? I got one in, right?
It's the exact same dynamic. They told those same kinds of stories. And when you watch NFL offenses, many of these go back to that time and Mike Shanahan and how they use formations and personnel groups and motions. All that stuff can be traced back to what Shanahan was doing there with these young coaches. And I love that relationship between LaFleur and McDaniel. And, we've all had it in our lives, people who believe in us more than we believe in ourselves at different times. And, Matt LaFleur did that for Mike McDaniel and kind of got him righted again in his career. And both these guys are doing fantastic jobs as head coaches, their respective teams.
What LaFleur said about McDaniel was so cool. It's fun to see him, his family, leading a team. And this guy has built his family here the last 6 years. He said, I got here as a young coach with young kids, and now I have a teenager, and Green Bay has been great for Matt LaFleur. So both coaches tied together for quite some time and certainly reconnecting on this Thanksgiving night. It's 3rd and 11. Deep drop. Love going to take a shot for Watson. Broken up, and it'll save the timeout. No flag is thrown. 2:05 left, so it'll preserve a timeout. Got the 2-minute warning. Miami should get the ball back. LaFleur unhappy that it was not pass interference as Watson was breaking free at the end.
Yeah, and I think he's got a good beef with this thing. There was contact before the ball got there. What do you think, Ter?
Delay game going to come up here on Green Bay. LaFleur continuing to trying to get an answer as to why that wasn't called.
Delay game. Offense. Penalties decline. 4th down.
He's hot and rightfully so.
Yep.
Do you remember the old Sam Weiss line? And he was screaming at the officials. He said he's going to be okay, but that is a penalty.
Put the rush on. This will go in the end zone. It is touchback as we get inside. Down anytime. A couple of flags come down here on that play. It's so cool. Ineligible receiver downfield as the guys huddle here. We'll get one more peek of what Leroy has. Back to 1st and 20. 10 flags accepted against Miami tonight. Tua throws to Jonnu Smith. His 8th catch. Tight ends leading both teams in terms of reception. $1:40 to go. 13-point game. Fans here, like we have, remembering John Madden and thinking of John here tonight. The league has done such a good job the last 3 years with the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration. That pass deflected and incomplete. It'll set up 3rd down.
Making it really hard on themselves.
3rd and 15. Jonnu Smith again with Quay Walker there along with Keyshawn Nixon to bring him down. 5 shy of the 1st down. And see if they can pick up 4th down. Done that a couple of times here tonight. It's going to be a long road. Couple of games back in the loss column with that last spot. Denver plays Cleveland. Out in the Rockies on Monday night. 4th and 5. This is not a recording. This is Jonnu Smith again. Catch number 10. And that's it. We're taking away Hill. We're taking away Waddle. It's just we're going to wear out Jonnu Smith.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's too little too late. And, this is what you have to do in this situation. Try to get some positive plays. Maybe get a score at the end of this ball game. The thing you don't want anybody getting hurt.
Mostert taken down by Keyshawn Nixon.
Guys, but I do think they're getting Detroit at a good time with all those injuries they had today.
River Craycraft, it's a man in motion. I was going to say it was Rashawn Gary, but instead it's Brenton Cox. He gets in there and gets the sack. His 2nd.
This defensive line, these guys are all in their track stances, getting up the field, going after Tua. And you're down 13 with 8 seconds to go. Sometimes
Time to go.
Yeah, just got to wrap it up and get out of here.
Final play of the game is Durham Smythe, and it ends there. 5 sacks, 10 penalties, and a turnover for the Dolphins. The Green Bay Packers on this Thanksgiving night continue their run.
And the narrative continues.
These two friends with the Thanksgiving greeting, and the two quarterbacks as well. Miami continues to look for that win in sub-freezing weather, and the Packers have won a 3rd straight game